Steve Wheeler, Director of Whitefields.
Consider with me the impact an Indigenous pastor and his family can have on the poor and needy children that live in the community around the church. I visited a church and observed some young people that had just become believers a year earlier. Their pastor told me that they wanted to have a ministry and not just attend church, and they began to reach out to the children in the neighborhood. Many of the children lived with their families under a bridge for shelter in very poor conditions. I watched as the children gathered, 100, then 150 children. One little boy caught our attention. He was on the outside watching, but not coming in. He was under the supervision of an older sister who really wanted to participate in the children's activities and eventually brought him inside. But something happened that upset this 3-year-old, and he began to have a conniption. He threw a fit. He was at one point on the ground pounding both fists into the dirt, and he was not having a good time. About then, pastor's wife came over, gently picked him up, and carried him over to a hand well. She was very comforting, and you could tell she was sharing some very soothing and kind words. It was an extremely hot and humid day, and her compassion cooled and soothed this little 3-year-old. She really calmed his spirit. He returned happy, joined in the singing with all the other children. They were all singing and doing the motions to the songs. He heard the Bible story time as the young teachers shared the gospel with all the children. The young teachers also led the children in prayers. What an influence this pastor's wife had on the young people leading the ministry, showing them that a 3-year-old throwing a fit needs compassion. You may have heard the saying that anyone can cut an apple and count how many seeds are inside, but only God knows how many apples are in a seed. I don't know what this little boy may grow up to become. He's 5 now and still attending church. All those young people have studied in college. Christy has become a school teacher, and Albert is helping the pastor start another church in a new community. Your support and prayers give these ministries a start. Thank you for making it possible. Who knows how many apples are in that seed?
For more information, go to whitefields.org. That's whitefields.org, supporting national pastors since 1953.